Okay, back. Hey everybody, back again. The next part of Indigo Prophecy. We started it back up where I ended last time, so I really don't know what happened. And yep, I got the music playing. So let's continue on.
My collection of Motown albums. I wouldn't swap them for CDs for all the gold in the world. Oh, Sam looks like she's sulking. And I know what's bothering her. Go back to bed, Sam. You're gonna catch your death of cold like that.
I'm not cold.
Oh, look, Sam, please don't start. I got no intention of dying today.
I'm sick of living in fear like this. Every morning I'm terrified that something's gonna happen to you.
I know how you feel, Sam. You just need some time, that's all. I don't like to see you like this. You know that, baby.
Well, what if you quit? We could move to Florida and take over my parents' store. We'd have a normal life. We could have a baby.
I'm just not made for that kind of life, Sam. I've been around too much violence all my life to go live some kind of normal life like that. I know you love me, babe. So try to understand me, too.
Huh. Okay, those responses were reasonable. Oh, it's time to go. Yeah, I figured it might be.
I love you, Tyler.
This is no one on the phone box. Oh.
Hi, Tyler. Oh, Carl is looking for you.
Yeah, I know. So, you ready for retirement, man?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
So this Tyler can try this.
Hey, Tyler, what do you know? Just the guy I was looking for.
Oh, shit.
You remember that $100 I loaned you about 6 months ago? I'd really like for you to get that back to me as soon as possible.
Nope.
Like maybe now, for example?
Friendship.
Jeffrey, don't tell me you're prepared to ruin a beautiful friendship for $100 lousy.
This may surprise you, but yes. So give up the cash before I start to get really angry.
Properties.
Yo, let me make you a deal. I'll play you a game of b-ball for your $100. If you win, I'll give you $200 right there. But if you lose, we cool.
You'll give me $200 if I win.
You got my word, man.
All right, you're on. But don't even think about not paying me if you lose, because that...
Don't worry, Jeffrey. I'll come by and see you when I get 5 minutes.
How did he fall for that? Tyler got basketball court and everything in the office. Like, come on.
The waitress hasn't come in yet?
She won't be long. Garrett got the lab results. Shall we go?
All right, let me hang up my coat. I'll be right with you.
Okay. See you in a minute.
check his stuff. No. Okay. Oh. Alright. Giddy up. Go out there, cause she wants to talk to the guy. Get that. Jesus.
Hi, Tyler.
So, what do you want to start with?
The knife.
What did you find on the knife?
Got some good prints off it. They matched those found on the fork and glass at the suspect's table.
So, the murderer was definitely at that table.
Anything on the blade?
I'm getting to that. We definitely had blood from the victim, but the weird thing is we also found blood from the killer.
If he was cutting himself.
What about the pool of blood in the stall?
You're not going to believe this. The blood wasn't from the victim, it was from the killer.
What was he doing bleeding in the stall?
Chop
I
himself
have
up.
absolutely no idea.
Were there any prints on the book that was under the table?
Yep, and they matched the ones on the fork and the glass. So it was definitely his book. It looked like a fairly old book. Maybe we can get some more stuff out of it.
Did you find anything on the coffee cup?
The only prints we found belonged to the waitress.
That's impossible, man. That cup was half empty. Somebody must have drank it.
So, what do you think about all that?
I don't have any explanation for the blood in the stall. The victim could have wounded the killer during a struggle, but it doesn't make sense that it would be in the stall. It's as though the killer wounded himself.
Hey, why not? You get clumsy fools in every other profession. Why not killers?
That's kind of a flimsy explanation, Garrett.
To each his own, Carla. I do the testing, you figure out the reason why.
Thanks for your help, Garrett. See you later.
So, what do we do now?
You go take care of the composite. I'm gonna go check with the coroner and see if he got anything from the body.
Okay. Catch you later.
Oh, now I'm Lucas again.
When Marcus and I were kids, we were inseparable. He's the one who took care of me after our parents died. We kind of grew apart after he became a priest. But he's still the only person I really trust. The only one who might believe that I had nothing to do with all this mess.
I'm happy to see you. I missed you. It's been a while.
2 years.
So tell me what's happened, Lucas.
I've killed a man, Marcus. It happened at a restaurant last night. It's like I was possessed, in a sort of trance, like I was a puppet on a string. I saw what I was doing, but I was powerless to stop it.
My God. I can't believe this, Lucas. Tell me that it wasn't you. You're not capable of something like that.
Should give him the details.
This murder. Exactly how did it happen?
Well, after work last night, I stopped at a little diner to get something to eat. I read a book at my table, I think. And after, it's just a black hole. I don't remember anything. Right up until I found myself in the toilets with a knife in my hand, and it was horrible.
Wrist.
And there's this, too.
You cut your wrists?
Before the murder, I carved these symbols on my arms with a knife. I don't know if they mean anything.
Witnesses.
Were there any witnesses? Did anyone see you?
Probably. I got out of the restaurant as best I could. The police still haven't identified me, apparently, but it probably won't take them too long to track me down.
Trance.
You say that you were in a sort of a trance. But what do you mean by that? You talking about magic? Or sorcery? Or something like that?
Marcus, I don't have an explanation. I'm just telling you what happened, that's all. I'm only certain about one thing. I'm not the one who really killed that man.
Vision.
While I was doing this horrible thing, I saw something, or rather someone.
Was somebody else there with you?
No, it was like a sort of vision. I saw a man in the middle of hundreds of candles, and there was this little girl.
Is that little girl, crap, I forgot the name.
There's something else you need to know. I know this sounds crazy, but after the murder, I had these premonitions, like I was seeing things that hadn't happened yet. What happened to me, Marcus? What am I supposed to do now? You know me better than anyone, Marcus. Help me. Listen,
Kirsten. That's
Lucas, I'm a bit lost here. This whole story is just so bizarre.
police.
It might be better. Maybe you should go and tell your story to the police, Lucas. Turn yourself in before they find you.
Do you really think the police are gonna believe a story like that? They'll throw me in prison for the rest of my life, and I'll never find out what really happened.
I am a priest, Lucas. The fact that you have taken a life is a very serious matter.
I told you that it wasn't me, Marcus. All these years and nothing's changed. You still never listen to me.
Lucas, don't ask me to make a choice between my faith and my brother.
Convinced?
I'm not a murderer, Marcus. You're the only person I can trust. I'm just asking you to believe me.
Very well. I'll do whatever I can for you, but I can't do anything that goes against my beliefs.
Look, I need to get some answers. I'll call you.
Here. You need this more than I do.
Marcus, you know that I don't believe in all that.
Just take it.
Thanks.
Instead of crosses or lives. I have 4 out of 6, I think it said. A crow again. What's up with that?
Gonna slip on the ice. I've got to stop him. The cop in the restaurant. If I don't do something, the child will die. If I do something, the cop will recognize me. What am I gonna do?
Save the kid, der. Run! Serve the kid! I've got to control this for a second. Go! Ah!
There he is. He's lost consciousness.
Swim!
Quick, I've got to go back up before I run out of air.
Oh! Stop! Every time I stop pushing the buttons, I gotta do it again. How's the timer still going? Didn't I save him? Oh, he's unconscious. Should probably do something about that.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Patrol 324. Kid just fell into the water. Send an ambulance right away.
Man, what courage. The kid would have died. That guy's a hero.
He dove into freezing water to save the kid. The kid never would have made it out of there without him.
The cop recognized me. We both knew it. It's hard to say why he didn't turn me in. Maybe he decided I was even. I had taken a life and given one back. Nothing really changed for me. I was still wanted for murder by the police. But when I left that park, I knew I could look myself in the mirror again without cringing.
What is it? Nacer and Jones Bank, the Morgue, police station. Let's do the Morgue.
Okay, we're going to get started. If you prefer, you can wait outside.
I'd rather stay here if you don't mind. I've studied some medicine. I've seen dead bodies.
Oh. As you wish. No apparent hematoma on the body.
Oh.
2 broken fingernails on the right hand.
He didn't see the murderer until the last moment. He didn't have time to struggle.
Large hematoma on the back of the cranium.
Ah, again?
Fracture of the occipital bone.
He cracked his head when he fell.
Abnormal dilation in, both pupils.
Why are his pupils dilated? What did he see before he died?
Hey, why am I lagging so much right now? With all the lights? Jeez, what the heck?
3 knife wounds between the 3rd and 5th ribs in the proximity of the heart. The blade was driven in deeply. The stabs seem to have been delivered from the front and moved from left to right.
Oh, again? Did I get it? I don't know.
The murderer was left-handed.
One stab neatly cut the aorta. The other 2 cut the left and right coronary arteries. He really didn't have a chance. The blade slipped right through the ribs to cut the arteries.
Quick.
Did he die immediately?
No, it would be fairly slow. Probably at least 3 or 4 minutes. The time for the brain to stop functioning due to the lack of oxygen.
Coincidence.
Do you think it was just by chance?
Difficult to say. The chances of cutting all 3 main arteries to the heart with 3 lucky stabs are fairly small, but it's not impossible. I saw a case like this once before. It was a while back now, in the 90s, I think. Exactly the same. 3 stabs around the heart, each one cutting a main artery. It really struck me at the time. I wondered how such a thing were possible. It was the, what was that name again? Karsten or Kirsten, something like that.
Kirsten.
Yes, that's it, Kirsten. You know about that case?
Not yet. But I'm sure as hell gonna find out.
I think Kirsten is what I said. Or did I say Kristen? I don't really remember. Let's go with Lucas. Yeah.
I was burning with fever. I was shaking all over. The migraine was back and drilling holes into my brain. And to top it off, I couldn't keep any food down. My body seemed to be fighting against something, but I still didn't know what.
Actually, I think I'll end the video here. This lag is getting ridiculous for some reason. It seems to stopped for now, but I think I'll end it now to see if I can find out the cause of it. Well, see you next video.